Hey everyone, it's Honey Brown Beauty's 12 Days of Christmas, Day 6. Today's video is going to be all about winter beauty issues. When I say winter beauty issues, I'm talking about how the cold air tends to suck moisture from your hair and your skin. So I'm going to give you some ideas on how you can combat the dryness that comes with old man winter. Are we ready? Let's go. First up is dry hair. Now, ladies, we know that dry hair is not cute. Whether you're curly, whether your hair is straight, it's just not cute. So I have some products for curly girls and I have some products for girls with straight hair. When you are a curly girl, you typically need to do the lock method. The lock method is liquid, meaning a water-based product, oil, obviously, which is an oil, and control, which means your gel or your styling paste or whatever you like to use to control your curls. Having fine hair, it's been really challenging to figure out products which work for me. Most of the videos on YouTube are geared towards women that have thicker hair than I do. So when they suggest products and I run out and buy them, they don't quite work the same for me as they do for them. So I figured out how to modify them, and you know, when you buy products, sometimes you have to modify them just to make them work for you. So I'll let you know what I use. My liquid is typically a leave-in conditioner, and of course, you should already know that I'm getting ready to tell you about my Alake Naturals lemongrass. This is just telling you what I use. It doesn't mean that you have to run out and buy it, but this is something that I have grown to love and it really works for me. So this is usually my liquid on wash day. And for my oil, I kind of use a couple of different things. Now, what I like to use for my oil is actually the Shea Moisture Raw Shea Butter Extra Moisture Detangler. Wow, that's a tongue twister. And yes, I realize that this is not an oil. This is not an oil. But if you look at the consistency, it's really thick. And right now it seems like it's a little bit runny, and that's because I had to modify this to fit my hair type. When you purchase this, it's really thick, like pudding thick, and it's really oily. And when I initially used this, it weighed my hair down, and I had to figure out what could I do to not look so greasy. So after the bottle was, you know, down to about this point, I actually put water in the bottle, shook it up. And now when I apply it to my hair, it's not at all the thick, greasy mess that was being applied to my hair. So now my hair has shine, but it also has bounce as opposed to grease. There's no other way to describe it but grease. So I'll typically use this as my oil. And for my controlling item, I like to use the Coconut and Hibiscus Curling Gel Souffle, also by Shea Moisture. And this is a really lightweight gel. Seems like it's pretty water-based. You don't need to use a lot because if you do, you will have crunchy cereal hair. And yeah, it's not cute. So you need to use very little of that. Maybe like I'd say I use like a dime-sized amount for my hair. Just enough to control the curls. And then I braid it and go to sleep, wake up in the morning, and I'm good to go. Now, like I said, what I just mentioned with the leave-in and the detangler and the gel, those are just for wash day. I do not do that every single day because it's just way too much for my fine hair. So throughout the week when I want to keep up my hair and keep it moisturized, I like to use Garnier Fructis Triple Nutrition Nutrient Spray. And this is oil and water. It's definitely a water-based thing. And it's very light, smells wonderful. If you haven't used it, I don't know what you're waiting for. But, you know, you shake it up, spray it in your hair, and, you know, sometimes I use it in the mornings to touch up my hair if it needs to be decrunched because I've used too much gel. Or the rest of the time, I'll use it during the week to spritz my hair when I come home from work, braid it up, and you know, that's my moisture, and I don't touch it in the morning. Sometimes if I do have to touch it up in the morning, then I will go back and use maybe about a dime-sized amount of this on each section of my hair, and I'm out the door. Really simple. Now that I've taken care of my curlies, my ladies with straight hair, you're wondering, what about us? Didn't forget about you at all, because I sometimes straighten my hair. And you still need to use a leave-in conditioner. Point blank, period. So I'm still going to suggest that you use a leave-in spray conditioner before blow drying. Of course, you need to use a heat protectant, but after your hair is all nice and straight, laid out, beautiful, you still need to moisturize it. Moisturization is key during these winter months. And something that I love, I actually bought this to use on my curly hair, but it didn't quite work. So I figured it would be really awesome for my straight hair whenever I do straighten it, is the Alikay Naturals Moisture Rich Hair Parfait. Sorry, getting a bit of a glare there. And you can definitely smell the shea butter in it. It also has like a tropical scent to it. And just a little bit definitely goes a long way because of the shea butter content. You maybe need to use a dime, maybe a nickel-sized amount for your whole head. Rub it in your hands, smooth it through, and you're good. Like, this is a really great moisturizer. It did not want to cooperate with my hair in its curly state, but when my hair is straightened, I'm looking forward to using that. Next up, your face. There's nothing worse than having your skin be dry. Yeah, I'm going to go here first, and then I'm going to move down to your body, because we all know our bodies can get dry too. And it's going to be pretty much the same idea for face and body. If you tend to get dry skin in the winter, like I know I do, yes, I've stated that I have combination skin, which is mostly oily, but in the winter, I swear I have no idea where that oil goes. So in the winter time, I like to layer up just a little bit. Now, you may be adverse to this, but my suggestion is to apply a natural oil after you've cleansed your face. Coconut oil, very simple to use. Put it in hot water to melt it, because it does come in solid form. Put a very little bit in your hands, maybe a dime-sized amount. Rub it around, apply it to your face. The next thing you want to do is apply your moisturizer. If you saw my November favorites, then you remember that my favorite moisturizer of the month was the Origins Ginseng Moisturizer. And it's been my favorite for quite some time. I just put it in my November favorites. So, coconut oil or an oil of your choice. Some ladies like to use olive oil even. I just love the smell of coconut oil, so that's why I suggest that one. So, coconut oil, and then your skin moisturizer of choice, or an oil of your choice, and then your skin moisturizer of choice, and you should be good to go. It's also important that you exfoliate at least twice a week, whether you're using your Clarisonic to exfoliate or if you're actually using a facial scrub. It is important to exfoliate and remove the layers of dead skin, because that too is contributing to the dry look that can sometimes pop up on your face, and we're trying to avoid that. So exfoliation, oil, and a great moisturizer. And you also need to moisturize your face at night. Don't forget to moisturize at night. You can either do a moisturizer by itself, or you can do the layer up. It's up to you. And if you do happen to get a bit of shine because you used oil and then used your lotion, you might want to apply a mattifying mineral primer. I'm not one for makeup, so I just want something to take away the shine. So what I use is the Napoleon Perdue. I hope I'm saying that right. And it's just a light powder that takes away all the shine. Next up, lips. Chapped, cracked, dry, crusty lips. No. Let's combat that. Again, in my November favorites, I mentioned that I love the Philosophy Kiss Me Tonight Intense Lip Therapy. You put that on your lips overnight, and when you wake up in the morning, take a washcloth, wet it, rub it off your lips. Your lips are super smooth. You still need to apply balm. And my favorite so far has been the Allocate Naturals. Yes, here I go again with Allocate Naturals. I know. The Allocate Naturals Juicy Licious Organic Lip Balm. And the flavor that I got was cherry pineapple. So this gives your lips just a little bit of shine. Well, actually it gives your lips quite a bit of shine. But it's a great moisturizing balm and I love it. So finally we've come to the body. When you are more layered in the winter clothing wise, then all those layers and all those materials can definitely pull the moisture out of your skin. So how do we deal with that? Again, exfoliation is key. I exfoliate once a week. And my favorite thing to use is the 100% pure honey almond body scrub. Once a week, I like to use this. And it's moisturizing. I've talked about that in a video before. It's very moisturizing. So you're getting rid of those dead skin cells and you're also putting moisture back into your skin because of the oil that's in it. On a daily basis after you have showered, you still need to layer up on your moisturizers. So what I mean is you should use an oil and a lotion if you find yourself getting super dry. Normally, I like to just use an oil, but in the winter months, like I said, old man winter is coming to pull moisture out of your skin. So, oil and lotion. Now, you don't have to use either of these. These are just the two. Well, it's not even the two. These are just two of the items that I have. My coconut milk body oil by Allocate Naturals. And my naturally nourishing milk and honey body lotion by Burt's Bees. There we go. And it does say at the top 24-hour moisturization. Just letting you see what I use. You do not have to use exactly what I use. I'm just giving you suggestions. We've covered hair, face, lips, body, hands. There's nothing worse than seeing a woman with crusty hands. I mean, yeah, I'm very particular about my hands. So I constantly have lotion everywhere. And I just don't like having dry hands. It's not a good look. So a couple of my favorite hand lotions are the Caudalie Creme Gourmand. And I'm not even going to try and say the rest of it because it's in French. And the only French I know is ballet terms. So it's the Caudalie Hands and Nail Cream. And this was just a deluxe sample size, but I have been loving this. It's thick, but it's not hard to rub into your hands at all. It's just a great moisturizing lotion. And of course, my favorite, this is what I keep with me during the day, I use it all day long, is the 100% pure honey almond hand buttercream. Every time I wash my hands, I'm slathering this on. Again, a little bit goes a long way. Same thing with this one, a little bit goes a long way. It's just important to keep your hands moisturized after washing them, and especially before you go out into the cold. And last but not least, your feet. Just because your feet aren't seen during the winter doesn't mean you don't need to take care of them. So they need some extra TLC too. And one of the things that I have loved to use during the winter is the Burt's Bees Coconut Foot Cream. This is great to slather on before you put on those thick socks or tights or both, which is my case. And then your feet are in your boots all day, and this just goes to work. And by the time you come home, you have really soft feet. If you don't take care of them in the winter, by the time summer comes around, you're going to regret it because your feet will be, well, you already know what your feet will look like if you don't put lotion on them. I love this foot cream because it is thick. I'm going to see, well, I can't show you because this is a new one, but it is a thick cream. It's kind of like, It's thick like toothpaste. This is a really thick moisturizing cream, and yeah, it is kind of hard to rub into your feet, but I'm telling you, it gives you such great moisture. And yeah, just if you haven't tried it already, just go ahead and pick it up. I'm all about using products that are as natural as possible, and I'm definitely an advocate of this foot cream. As a former ballet dancer and former modern dancer and other dances where you have to dance barefoot, this has become my best friend. Take it from me. I hope you all have enjoyed my video, and I hope I've given you some tips that will help you get through these rough winter months. I will see you all next time for Honey Brown Beauty's 12 Days of Christmas, Day 7. Bye.